Hey there, my name is Hunter Wiley, and you are tuning into the Kingdom Business Owner podcast. Today I have my good friend, Tyler Johnston, and we're talking about bringing heaven down to earth in our businesses. It's a fascinating conversation. I guarantee you'll be blessed or your money back. Guaranteed. So tune in today on the Kingdom Business Owner. All right. Well, hey, Tyler Johnston, man, glad to have you here. Feel honored that you're in this room. You're a friend and someone that I deeply admire. So, man, thanks for being on the Kingdom Business Owner podcast.
My pleasure completely. And I've told you a minute ago, I think, maybe when you say admire and things like that, you might want to raise the bar, but no, I'm glad to be here with you, bro. A couple of guys walking with Jesus and living our lives. It's good. I love having you in my life too. So thank you.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah. Well, for those entrepreneurs that are listening in and don't know who you are and don't know about the glorious beard and the businesses and all the things that you're about, man, talk to us about who you are, what God's really asked you to steward. Give us like the 60-second overview.
Sure. So husband, 31 years, father of 3, 29, 28, and 26-year-old kids, 2 married. First grandbaby is official and on the way now.
Come on.
So I'm fired up about that. Family is that's my lifeblood. I do everything for my family. I have lived in 19 states and 50 houses all across the country. I got to Fort Collins as quick as I could 30 years ago. So I'm a Colorado guy. I do everything that means: adventure, backcountry ski, fly fish, mountain bike, surf behind my boat, like just all of it, all the Colorado stuff. Really helps me stay grounded and happy. But most of all, I'm a follower of Jesus. I'm a beloved son of Jesus, and that really informs and directs every part of my life. I'm not a perfect guy. There's always room for growth, but that's true north for me. And I am a beloved son who was rescued from performance-based acceptance and from driving hard to be somebody.
Preach.
And but God has opened up a whole bunch of things for me by His grace. And so we run own 2 businesses now that serve about 300 clients in about 47 states. We do HR, payroll, benefits, retirement, all compliance, a lot of very difficult, very involved services for clients from 3 or 4 employees up to 3,000. And God's really given us a lot of favor and grace in that. We're growing as a company and have weathered a whole bunch of fun things. So that's me.
And man, you're a missionary turned entrepreneur.
Correct.
Talk to us about that journey.
Yeah, was in YWAM with my wife. She was in with Youth of the Mission before we married, and so I got to know YWAM through her, and then joined YWAM, and together her and I were in for 7 years before coming back to business. I was in business prior to that, sales guy through and through, from the time I was 19, knocking on doors. And then even in YWAM was recruiting for the organization and doing things that are sales related. But in the end, that was 7 years. And really, God showed me that I do work. I do what He gives me to do. I do what He puts in front of me, whatever that is. And He brings the result, and He brings the life to it. And what He brings is good.
So good.
But heart for the nations, heart for people who don't know Jesus exploded during that time. And then moving to business, it was just simple. It was same mission, different context. And I'm so glad I fit there very, very well.
So
I love it. So.
And man, we need more men and women who are like fired up about being on mission in the business marketplace field, right? So man, you're one of those guys that when I think of men who are followers of Jesus and running successful businesses, but also, want to be a light in the marketplace and want to look differently. You're one of the guys that I think of. So
thank you. Appreciate that.
Man, you take care of our payroll, our benefits at our marketing agency. And we're probably small fish. I mean, we got like 16 employees or something like that. So we're small fish to what you...
We care about them all, though.
You care about them all. Come on. Man, you take care of us. But I think a question that comes up, and we're talking about this offline, I'm curious. This is just like a off the cuff question on HR payroll, but does God care more about an entrepreneur that is just tithing generously, or does he care more about the entrepreneur that is paying his people really well, having benefits for his team, having an on-ramp to increase their pay? Like what is more honoring to God?
I hear you, bro. That's a great question. I've seen it a number of times where a believer's in business and he pays his people just barely enough so that he can give a lot, and calls that like really high value. And I have a little different kind of take on that. I think my first area of ministry is my family, and right after that is my business. And so I would feel it would be a real challenge for me if someone took that stance hard and wouldn't listen to the fact that God loves the people he brings to you. And my first area of influence is those I work with and those that serve me. And so I want to lead because of my unfair advantage as a beloved son of Jesus. I want to lead.
Yeah.
I want to do kingdom stuff. We don't have to follow everybody. We can lead. We have creative things that are in us that others don't have, and we have opportunity. So I want to say, pay your people really well. Don't be crazy. Don't pay them more than you should. Pay them really fairly for what they do and recognize their hard work and reward them and take really good care of them. And that's the first place they're going to find love. A lot of people in my company are not believers, and I love them well first.
Come on.
I resource them. I challenge them with hard jobs. I hold them accountable, and then I pay them really well when they succeed. And it's so much fun. And they know the love of Jesus first from me by the way I act.
Come on.
And so if I'm withholding from them and I'm trying to keep them down, it seems counter to God's heart for what I'm doing in my ministry is in the marketplace. And so, and then that trickles out to other people, like the people that you serve interact with your folks. And if you're taking really good care of them and that spills out into the people you're trying to serve outside of your company.
Come on.
And in the community and so forth. And it also just generates not a poverty mentality, but abundance mentality. Like God has the cattle on 1,000 hills. He's not poor. He can afford to do business well and take care of people and still really succeed. So great question.
It's good, man. I think the phrase that is coming to mind just as you're talking is God doesn't need your money. Like he doesn't need your money. Right. He calls us to give generously and to give freely and to give like from a good heart posture. Right. So we're called to do that, but he doesn't need your money.
He doesn't have to have it, right?
Right. Like he needs your soul, he needs your heart, he needs your mind. Right. He needs you to love him with all that you've got and to love the people that he's put in your place.
Well, I would add one thing to that, and that is we can wildly succeed and take care of our people really well.
Yeah.
In fact, I think one helps the other be true.
Yeah.
If you take really good care of your people, they're going to take really good care of your clients. You're going to grow, and then you've got plenty to give.
Yeah.
Rather than a scarcity mentality, I've got to hold all my marbles really close and just, and not give them away. I understand the temptation, but I think there's a lot of opportunity in taking care of your people well.
Right. And I think another name for CEO is really just shepherd. Sure. And if we're called to be shepherds of our business, of our clients and our employees, then that should really change our perspective on what it means to be a business owner, is that we're shepherds, man. And so we're called to take care of our flock, and our flock is our people, man. It's like, it feels like that simple.
Yeah.
And so,
agreed.
But we're not saying don't tithe your church. We're not saying don't tithe all the things. Do it. Yeah. But like first ministry has got to be family and your people, your employees.
100%.
Come on.
Yeah, cool.
What does it look like for you to be a shepherd of your businesses or a shepherd in the marketplace, just in general, not even in your experience, but like, what does that even look like?
We said it once already. Take really good care of the people God's entrusted you with. Look for people who, you just know you're talking to them and you're like, this is one of mine. This is one God's brought me. So that's first thing, is to be aware, looking for those that God would add, that you could add to your team that will there's something there for them. There's a mission there, right? Not just mission. They got to be good at what they do, but that there's God has an agenda for your relationship with them. So look for good people. Take really good care of them. I mean, give them education. I mean, share the knowledge with them of how to be successful in your business. Knock down barriers in front of them. Hold them accountable.
Yeah.
That's super important.
And loving.
And that's loving.
Yeah.
So taking good care of those people, shepherding those people and pushing them forward. helping them find upward opportunity within your company, or sometimes even outside your company when that time comes, because we all know what happens, right? People will leave and they'll go. And for a long time, I was really aggressive about holding on to them. And sometimes I knew deep down their time with us had ended, and I just didn't want to lose them. And so sometimes it even means helping them find another opportunity that's way more appropriate for where they are, or better for them, or whatever. So I think those are all things. I think also like just running your company well, being a student of your craft and your part of the marketplace and doing that really well, I think is a godly thing.
It's good.
However, first comes your beloved sonship or daughtership with Jesus before anything you do. And I think we'll talk more about that later. But
yeah, come on, man, so good. Yeah. As you're talking about when you deeply bless your employees, like it's just in turn, like you're going to be deeply blessed. If you're taking care of people, you're going to be blessed. I think I'm just curious. And feel free to push back on me.
Of course.
I can see as a entrepreneur that's blessed, that has influence and power, and there's money flowing in, that it would be really difficult to make it into the kingdom at the end of days with all of those things being the case. I think that it's going to be, Jesus said it's difficult for those that are wealthy, for those that are rich to make it into the kingdom. Man, how do we keep our hearts right to not let that corrode us as kingdom entrepreneurs?
Well, this is the crux of the matter for me. We are first and foremost, and with everything we do, if this is lined up right, if we're in a good spot, it's that we're his kids. So we're not trying to be somebody in the kingdom. We're not trying to create something for God. We're his kids, and we want to get close to him, spend time with him, so we can know what his heart is, what the things he's putting in front of us are. We can understand what our gifts are really well, so we can line it up with things we think are coming through, like, oh, no, that doesn't fit me at all. Or, no, that's really a good fit. And then we want to execute those things. And so the goal for me stays in that I want to be a close son.
Yeah.
I want to be somebody who knows Jesus and knows what he's got for me and enjoys that. Those things, I've made a lot of money in my life, but that's not what drives me anymore. And as a young sales guy, I was doing well, and then we went into YWAM, and I had to raise support. And I thought, oh, good, this is a sale. I just get to talk to people about supporting me, and they'll believe in it. And none of it happened. Not one thing I planned worked. And God supplied our need. We had every penny we needed. We never missed a bill. We paid off all my student loans in the middle of nonprofit ministry raising support, and we sucked at raising support. We weren't good at it. In fact, everything we tried didn't work. But he provided over and over and over again. And I would love to have what he provides rather than what I create every day.
Preach.
What we work together on, that's fun. I don't get crushed or burnt out in the middle of it. He provides in that. Man. So how do we not get corroded? We keep our first love.
Yeah.
With our time. That's a huge thing for an entrepreneur, is their time.
Yeah.
We can so easily talk away everything because it's so busy and cut out that core piece of being with God, being with his people, being with my family, and searching them out, man. So money can corrupt, because it can. So the way to fight that is to pursue Jesus, chase after him. But I'll tell you this. When I got that right, the doors that have opened for me and the success that I've found, if you want to define it that way, have been far and away greater, more meaningful, and I think eternal, instead of just wood, hay, and stubble. Like,
come on,
there's like value there that I won't trade. I'm like, I want him doing it, because when he does it, it turns out like that.
Oof.
And when I rip it up on my back and try and crush it, it always gets twisted. And
it's good.
So you can you can coach yourself. Look, if I do it, wood, hay, and stubble. If it's out of my own strength, it doesn't bring eternal value or kingdom value as much.
Good.
But when I'm with him, it's like exponential. Like the difference is night and day.
You feel grace on it.
There's grace on it. His presence, his spirit is there doing work, and you're like, yeah, but go, do your thing. I'm with you. And so I think I've been ruined for the old way, for the way I was so wired and bent on being somebody and performing and accomplishing something.
How'd you get away from that?
The grace of God and a few old dudes, a few crusty old believers who were like, there, buddy. It's all right. It's all right. You're going to be somebody for God, are you? Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to, and they'd be like, what if, let me ask you a question. What if what he really wants is your heart? Well, it took two significant brokenness times in my life. Things failed for God to get my attention and remind me that he doesn't want everything I produce. He wants my heart, and he wants me. And that he made me with intention, and that he loves the me he made, just like I am. And so that's my true north. That's what keeps me coming back. And how we guard ourselves from veering.
So good, man.
Yeah, that's it.
That got me fired up. We need to clip a couple of those things, man. That's good stuff, man.
Hey, one other thing. Here's why that works. When you're walking with him and when you're doing his thing and when you're in step with him instead of creating your own deal, what happens is you relax into it's like God said it. I don't have to force it to happen. I'm going to cooperate with him. I start getting confident. I start relaxing in my own skin. And guess what happens? Clients, they want to hang out with that. They're like, oh, this guy's really relaxed. He's really confident.
So good.
He's sure of what he's up to and what he's supposed to do. Like, I want to be with that guy, right? Whether we work together or not, they're like, can we just hang out? But I'm telling you, God's ways work.
And the biblical way to say that is that you have fruits of the Spirit.
Exactly.
That's all it is, right?
So I just wanted to add that little thing on there.
That's so good, man. I just know so many entrepreneurs because I am one of them that strives. And like, I gotta rein myself back in almost every day, man. I'm like, whoa, why am I why does my heart feel anxious? But the like gentle, like ease back into like, oh man, this is who God says I am. This is my identity. I don't need to be performance based to earn my love from God. Like all the things that you're talking about is like a gentle, like sliding back into, which just takes some work and grace of God, both of those things.
It takes a grace of God. It also, I think we're talking about now, how do you do it? And this is my Achilles heel, bro. I'm talking from the biggest weakness in my life. I'm talking about now what is my life story though, because of God's grace and because of his growth in me. So I read books all the time about Abba's child, about the grace and love, the ragamuffin gospel, like all these books that feed my child of God sensibilities. I feed myself all the time. I hang out with other dudes who are on the same journey and will slap me around a little bit. Like, bro, sounds a little like striving to me. I'm like, oh, dang. I hang out with people like the Foundry. Like, I go intentionally to places where other people are doing what we're doing. And I walk with them and I hold myself up there and I'm like, oh. And I ask questions there and I get vulnerable there and I get real there. Like, this is what I'm struggling with. My company's in a big transition that's been painful for a couple of years. And just get real about it and then take it to the Lord and take it to guys I'm walking with. So there's a lot of practical things you can do, but it's time, bro. It is time. Time is it's not even money. As an entrepreneur, time is our biggest issue. Yeah. And it's our only resource that is limited like it is. You don't get it back.
How do you do that?
So every morning, my first hour, every morning, 6 a.m.
No matter what.
No matter what. It's my first hour. It's with Jesus.
Come on.
And if it's a Sabbath day and I'm having some fun, my first hour is still with Jesus. I might be on the ski slope. I might be on the lift like you on Tuesdays, but it's with Jesus. It's like the focus here is like the start of and you know what? If it's not about an hour in, 2 hours in, I'm like, oh crap. This day's going to hell. This day's going to hell.
For sure.
I did not. And so it's not religiosity. It's not about quiet time Christianity. It's about, I need God.
Yeah.
I need him. And my impulses are so strong that if I don't prioritize that time, then I'm off on my own deal pretty fast. So it's what I need.
Yeah.
It's what I want.
For sure.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
I think, man, you and I are cut so from the same cloth because we at times can be people pleasers and strivers. And so coming back to like the simplicity of the gospel of who we are in God, game changer, man.
Yeah.
Man, let me ask you this question, switching gears a little bit. What can an entrepreneur do, specifically a kingdom business owner, do to walk more intimately with Jesus in the marketplace? Outside of like, hey, I'm going to spend the first hour with Jesus. Yeah. What does the entrepreneur do differently that maybe a W-2 contract, whatever?
Sure. So back in the day, I would even especially coming out of YWAM, there's a lot of teaching about hearing the voice of God and getting direction and all that stuff. So I felt pretty confident there. But my temptation was to say, okay, Lord, what are we doing here? And he would give me direction, and I'd be like, okay, God, I got this. Cover me. I'm going in. And I'm just blazing forward on the word he gave me. And he's back there somewhere in the background like, hey, back over here. And so for me, it's about not just my own time before business starts, but it's also like check-ins during the day. It's like, hey, God, what do you want to do here? Because I think when I'm reminded that I'm doing it with him, not for him, when I'm doing it with him, he's got stuff to say about how this goes.
Even the mundane things.
Even the mundane things. Even should I take this meeting or should I postpone it? Or should I have this hard discussion with the employee? Is now a good time or should I wait? Or, what is it that I could do that would bless this person in this sales meeting, whether they work with us or not? What could I do to bring the kingdom here and help? Whatever it is. And so I even say that in all my, you heard it one time. If we can help you and would be honored to do that. And if we're not the right fit, it's okay. We'll be friends. And you'll have someone that you can call when you
Yep.
I say it to myself and I believe it now finally. I don't live and die by any of this. I live and die by the word of God and by his presence.
Yeah.
So this is really cool if it works. But if it doesn't, that doesn't define me. So I think check-ins is real important. I think your self-talk is real important because as a sales guy, it's like, who's next? I got to make 50 calls today. What's you set up your ways to succeed and then you charge. And now it's much more iterative. It's like, okay, I know what I need to do for the next couple hours. Great.
So good.
And after that, hey, I'm checking in. You got anything to say here? You got anything to change in this path? And he does. When you make time for it, he does. I think it's also some practical things like do the right thing.
Yeah.
Be honorable.
Right.
Be loving.
Because even that looks different.
Even that looks different.
Yeah.
We made a mistake with a really complex, huge company that we serve. Cost me about it was a $40,000 mistake. And I heard about it. I called that owner immediately. And I said, I am so sorry. We made a mistake. We own it. And I wrote a check already. It's on its way to you. Do the right thing.
Come on.
And you can because you trust that your resource is not, he's our resource. And so he honors those kinds of things, right? Take care of people, love people, have honor in what you do. Remember you're his kid.
It's good.
And act like that.
It's good.
I think that's how you be. So I want to lead because I think king's kids do. I want to be good at what I do. So I study
Preach.
and I work on my craft and I invest in it because I want to lead, but I don't want to lead in my own strength. So it's okay, I learned all these cool things. Lord, help me apply that well. Okay. How am I doing? Okay, good. Keep going. So, but I think do the right thing, right?
So good,
Do the right thing because it always comes back.
So good.
It's kingdom stuff. Yeah.
What does evangelism look like as a kingdom business owner? How do you do that? How do you do that well? Is it more bold? Is it more covert? What are your thoughts?
Both. Depends. And I'm checking in sometimes because we do a lot of very important, sensitive things for people,
Yeah.
we get into conversations just matter of course. We're helping them walk through a tough termination or a whatever. It's a hard situation or a tender situation and things come up.
Yeah.
And there's an obvious opportunity. And so being brave and taking the opportunity to say, hey, I'd love to, I know this might be unusual, but I'd love to pray for you right now. You're going through a tough time. Would you be okay if I prayed for you? And a lot of times people say, yeah. It surprises me all the time. Yeah. I'm okay, let's do that. We've had 5 people in our company in the last 2 years come to the Lord.
You're getting me fired up, man.
That's awesome.
Even if 0 people listen to this, I'm fired up.
Well, here's the other thing. But also be bold. At our company things, I'm guys, my faith is a huge part of why I started this business and why we've been successful. It guides my decisions. When we do the right thing, we do it because that's my conviction. And you have your convictions, and I honor your convictions too. But that's why I do what I do. And so I'm clear, but I wait for the opportunities that are, kind of present, and then hopefully I'm listening well enough to catch it. Sometimes I'm a little thick. I'm running a little fast. I'm like,
That's so good, man.
oh, I missed that one, didn't I, Lord? Go back. But anyway.
So practical.
So it's both.
Yeah.
It's both. And then do business really well.
Yeah.
And people will ask you why.
So
Why do you do it?
You're saying we don't need to put a cross on our logos, and that's just doing Christian business.
on your card, We don't have to do that. We can live a certain way.
Yeah.
And it'll be apparent. They'll ask, why do you do it that way? Yeah. Glad you asked.
God cares about excellent business. God cares about doing business well.
He does.
You think that you're going to be running a payroll HR company in heaven?
Oh, I have no idea. But I do think I'll be involved with a bunch of people, and I'll look forward to that, them encouraging me and me encouraging them. And, oh, man, that's going to be a party. I'm excited for it.
For sure.
But I think heaven's now. I think
Yep.
our access to Jesus and the kingdom are now, and it just gets better as it goes. So
say more. What talk about heaven, open heaven now. What does that mean?
We have access to the creator of the universe right now. He's excited about being with us, and he's excited about being involved in our lives, and we get to know more and more about him. I think when new heaven and new earth come, we'll start from where we are now. Like there's a continuation. And so I'm like, oh, I want everything. I want to know it all. I don't want to have a delay. I want to get to know him now.
I'm also hearing you say that what we do right now matters.
It does. And I think New Heaven and New Earth, Garden City is a book by John Mark Comer.
One of my favorite books ever.
Yeah. And I think I love that idea. And I think we're starting to build eternity now.
Yeah.
And not only do we get to experience it and like connect with God, but he built us with purpose and he built us with gifts to co-create with him. And we get to do that. And I think those things that when we were talking earlier about the things I do in my flesh and my own strength, they fall away and they're wood, hay, and stubble. When we do the things we're built for with him, then I think those are the foundation, the building blocks of what will be eternity with Jesus. And I'm what else is more important? That's pretty big. It's pretty big. And it has eternal value, and we get to do it now. It's like, oh, that's cool.
So if you're struggling with motivation to wake up as an entrepreneur, that right there in and of itself should give you like the freaking energy jolt that you need to come up out of bed.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, good,
right. Let's freaking go. It's big.
I love it, man. Let me ask this question.
Yeah.
What do you think is the most important thing that a kingdom business owner needs to know or should know?
Well, I've said it before. I'll say it again. They need to know their place with God. Because if it's off, everything else is skewed. Everything gets
misaligned. Yeah.
Everything gets misaligned. So you got to know who you are in Jesus first. I think it's also real important to know and we were just talking about this before. What are your gifts? Who are you? How were you built? Right? And what's in your heart to do and be so that you can hold opportunity up to it and say, well, it makes sense. Well, that's lined up with how God built me and who I am and my story. Okay, that makes sense. I should be more about that. Let's do that. Or no, like, well, that's a great opportunity, but it doesn't fit me. I'm going to be out of my wheelhouse in that opportunity. And I think we often take on things that we're good at that we can do as gifts and put them in our call when they're not. They're things we added because it needed to be done or we did it somewhere and we could do it. So I think we get burned out because we spend a lot of time doing things, and I'm speaking from personal experience.
Yeah.
We do a lot of things that are outside of how God made us, who we're supposed to be, like what we're passionate about. We spend a ton of time. Now, there's times we have to just work to provide for our family. I'm not disparaging that.
Yeah.
But as an entrepreneur, you have some choice about where you're going and what you're doing, and you're directing that path more. So as an entrepreneur, it's really good to know who I am and who I'm not related to opportunity. And if it's not me, then who do I need to come along and fill in those holes so I don't just do it all and end up crispy critter on the sidelines, because I just burn out completely. So I'm learning this. You can't do it all. You need people with you. You need other people God created to fill in the holes for you and be those parts. And sometimes you can't afford them now, but it's good to know that and then be planning toward it. So know who you are in God and know who you are, and hold your opportunities in forward direction kind of intention with that. Like, make sure they make sense.
So good. So good.
Yeah,
man, as you're talking, this is we'll land the plane with this. I just keep thinking about heaven opening up here on this side of earth and how that impacts and matters for our businesses now. Like God cares about Vita HR. God cares about Vita benefits.
Yeah.
And I think that's important. It really should change like the lens in which we're viewing decisions, the lens in which we're viewing like even hardships and trials. It's like, man, I am like linked arms with the God of the universe. And so, man, any last thoughts or words about just really the integration of business and kingdom coming together?
Yeah. I think being honest and real with God in business and in your life as it relates to business is super helpful. I think sometimes we try and Christianize it or everything's going to work out perfect, kind of this mentality of there's no struggle. If you're walking right with Jesus, then struggle doesn't come. And that's not true. Yeah. He said we'll have struggles and tribulation if we follow him, and we do. So I think being real with God about that stuff gives him kind of special permission and open door to come fix and heal and help. And sometimes as an entrepreneur, I just want to blaze forward and be strong, like, God's good, I'm his kid, let's go. And some of that's true, and sometimes it just hurts or it sucks. It's really stressful or painful. And so I think sometimes people get diverted or shorted or don't continue. So I think being honest with God and those closest to you, like your spouse. And by the way, quick side note, taking care of your spouse and your family as an entrepreneur, it's got to be there. Yeah. You cannot, just like in ministry, you cannot put the enterprise above family to where they're paying the price. Can't do it. If you do it, you're going to be sad later. It's going to hurt you bad. So be honest with God and those closest to you. Take care of them. I think that's also a huge witness to those people we work with and that we lead with. It's like, oh, this guy really, So being honest, like, oh God, this really hurts. I'm struggling right now. I really need your help. That kind of approach is like, oh, he meets me so often then. He's like on it.
Preach.
He's not like, oh, no, sorry, son. No.
Wait until you got your stuff figured out.
Right. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm right here.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I long for more of in my life and what I need more of in my life is God intervening, God being there and present. And more he is, and I need it more. Like that's where the power for doing what we do comes from. That's where the joy in what we do comes from.
And part of the blessing of the New Testament is not more land or not more wealth. Part of the blessing is suffering. Yeah. And so, I heard someone once say the greatest ministry that you can have is what comes out of you when there's tribulation and suffering. Sure. And I'm like, man, as entrepreneurs, man, we kind of eat it, man. We eat glass for breakfast most days as business owners, and that's just part of the deal. And so if part of being blessed is that I'm suffering, but suffering really well, man, that looks really appealing.
That's huge. It's huge. Really well said. If I'm suffering well, meaning in the middle of struggle, I'm okay.
Amen.
In the middle of the world collapsing seemingly, I'm good.
Yeah.
And people are like, what is going on with you, dude? How do you do that? And so that's also, there's an honesty in that. There's a permission in that. There's a, you got me because I'm your kid in that. There's a lot that's there, but I think you just said it really well because struggle is part of it and being honest that there will be, but also that there's huge wins and huge joy and huge kingdom value is also true. So I think it's good to be real about all that stuff and walk with people who are.
So good. Yeah. So good, man.
Walk with people. Like you. I enjoy walking with you.
Ditto,
because
man.
we can be honest about, here's what's going on. Ditto. Here's where we're at.
You're a guy that I'd love to get locked in jail with and just be like, where we'd be singing hymns, man. We'd be like, we're still worshiping Jesus in the prison cell, man.
Yeah, something like that. You can sing. I'll play the spoons or something. Because
I like it. Well, man, it was a true honor to have you on, and there's no way that if someone listened to this all the way through, they weren't blessed. Like it'd be crazy for them to not be. So thanks for coming on, man. How can people reach out to Vita?
VitaHR.com and VitaBenefits.com. You'll find us on the interwebs there easily, and we'd be happy to coach or encourage or serve in any way we can.
Love it.
And so, it's our pleasure to help help people who resonate with this talk, to help you succeed in any way we can is a joy.
Come on, man. Well, you're going to be back on this show for sure. This is your first time. You're coming back again. That's for sure.
Okay.
All right, man.
Deal.
Thanks, dude.